chapter with regards to the +1 syllabus. It was mentioned earlier that what we are going to deal with now is thermodynamics. See, there are many people that the thermodynamics is a difficult chapter. It is not at all difficult. It is quite easy. Why it is appearing to be difficult is that we try to skip off certain steps. So in that case, the understanding becomes difficult. See, for example, this word thermodynamic itself has got a terrific meaning. Say, it is a synopsis of the entire subject itself. Yes. And if the definition itself is quite long, where the explanation will be covering that, so to understand the entire lot of thermodynamics, the explanations are quite lengthy. When we avoid this lengthy description, I said again that understanding will be quite difficult. But from our NEET examination point of view, thermodynamics is very important. If you look into the percentage allocation for each chapter, you will find that for thermodynamics it is nearly 10% of the 45 questions that will be there for physics in the NEET examination. 10% of that means something like 4 to 5 questions will be coming from thermodynamics alone. Another 10% is mechanics, motion in 2D, 3D and so on. That also we have covered. So as things stand, you are definite of answering questions that will be worth 20%. Further, whatever we have seen already, that will come to another 5 to 10%. So 30% of the syllabus has been already covered. It's even more. Okay. So now looking into the chapter thermodynamics, I have told you already that name itself has got a big explanation as it is the synopsis of the entire subject. See, thermo means heat and dynamics means, what is dynamics? We have studied that already in full under mechanics. That which refers to motion is studied under dynamics. So thermo means heat and dynamics means with regards to motion. So when heat is supplied, when heat is flowing, because of which motion is there, then that combined study is what is called thermodynamics. Then try to further elaborate it. Normally, whenever we are having thermal studies, you will find that heat only is the input until and unless it's a case of refrigeration, air conditioning and so on. Well, all that is beyond our scope, so we will not look into that. So for our syllabus, we have to take the input only in the form of heat, thermo first. So heat will be supplied, because of which we will get motion. We will get, so that is afterwards. First supply heat. So when heat is applied, we will get motion. When motion is there, what will happen? You see, to move the body, first you must bring some velocity or you must have a force applied and so on. For all that force along with that motion means some distance is covered. And force into distance is equal to work done. So when heat is supplied, the output will be work done. And of course, work done is what we know already, energy. Apart from that, we must also try to know one more thing. Supposing you spend 45 rupees and you are getting only 15 joules of work. By spending 45 rupees, there is some other type of output where we are getting 40 joules of work. Which will you select? naturally 40 joules output only we will be selecting for an input of. So, for an input of 45 joules. So now, what is the circumstances we will be able to get the maximum output for a given input? So here, invariably, we are going to take only the gases, different gases into account, air, oxygen, nitrogen, and so on, hydrogen also. We are not going to study anything about steam, water vapor, and so on. Nothing of that sort. It's not within our syllabus. Those who want to take engineering, then for something like say IIT, JEE, there they have to study thermodynamics, which is 3 to 4 times more than what you are going to study. And besides that, the standard for that JEE syllabus with regards to thermodynamics is also 3 to 4 times tougher than what you have. So that's a different thing, and let us not worry about it. So thermodynamics is vast, and that is a minimum which you have to learn. The vast study is a minimum actually. Further, I have already told you, when it comes to IIT, JEE and so on, it is 3 times tougher and 3 times more lengthy. So what we were just saying was that input. We have to mention about input. If there's no input, no output, then what is output? If there's no output, you will not make a study about that gas or whatever. So we have to say what is output. Which system is giving us more output? So naturally, it is only that we are going to study. So less input, with a small difference, we are getting a good amount of output, means efficiency under such circumstances will be very high. Thermal efficiency will be very high. And apart from that, see, when you supply heat, because of that energy going to the gas, the pressure might increase, volume will increase, temperature will also change. So you don't think that only volume will change without changing the pressure or the volume, not at all possible. One thing is that if the volume is not increasing, you cannot get the output. So for getting a good amount of output, the volume should increase, and for increasing the volume, other quantities will change. Then after the volume, other parameter, other quantities that we have are the pressure and temperature. Both will change. If not the both, one definitely will change. Any one can remain unchanged, that is also possible. For that, we are going to study by different laws, which also will be mentioned here. And whatever it is, well, I will try my best to make the understanding of this chapter thermodynamics as easy as possible, because 10% of marks there is for thermodynamics. For 45 questions, 4 marks each question, so 180 marks is a total from physics. Out of that 180, 10% means 18 mark is there only from thermodynamics. So goes without saying that we have to give the all important. What I can tell you is all important, what is it, all the importance for the study of the subject. Yes. So that is why right from the very definition of the subject itself, that is thermodynamics, we need to make a lot of study. And what did I tell you about thermodynamics? That thermo means heat, dynamics means work. So heat will be the input, we will get work output, and work we know is energy. And heat is also a form of energy. So there is energy involvement, conversion of heat into work, and for that we have to know how much volume changes. More change in volume, we will get more work done. Efficiency will be more, whether it is just a gas or you are talking about an engine or whatever, efficiency will be higher. Now what I was telling you was that when volume increases, more increase in volume, then we will get more work. So more energy output, and therefore efficiency will be higher. To know how much is the work output. How much good is the work output that we are getting? More volume change must be there. This change in volume depends upon the other quantities, that is pressure, temperature, and so on. This pressure, volume, temperature are all known as the properties of the system. Why that is called the properties? We are going to see in a short time from now. But let us complete the very name, details about the very name of our subject. So supposing if the increase in temperature is less, the volume also will increase less. If there is very less decrease in pressure, the increase in volume also will be very less. So we want more increase in volume. For all that, it depends upon how the pressure and temperature will change. And I just now told you that all this put up together is what is known as properties. Still, the definition for thermodynamics is not complete. Whenever we speak about thermodynamics, or whenever we speak about the gas inside the engine, or whenever we speak about the expansion of the gas, and for that if there is a boundary, that boundary can be real or imaginary, doesn't matter. For example, well, there is a wall. I hope you are able to hear the sound. A wall is there. And if you draw a line along the wall, it is a real boundary. And you say something like 10 centimeters before. If you imagine a boundary 10 centimeters before the wall, that also is known as a boundary for thermodynamics. So, within a boundary, if you speak about anything, inside the boundary, inside the walls, or just imagine a line 10 centimeters in front of the wall, 10 centimeters means nearly 4 inches. And within that boundary, some matter is there, you are speaking about it, you are referring to it. Supposing your friend is inside this boundary. You are speaking about your friend to a third person, then your friend is matching the definition. So like that, when you fulfill the details that I have told you just now, that is called the system. Yes. Without the word system, let me tell you that there is no thermodynamics. Okay. Then, what I was telling you is that there is a boundary, real or imaginary. Inside this boundary, some matters are there. It can be in the form of a solid, liquid, or a gas, anything. And it can be a piston and cylinder which we are having for an engine. Using piston cylinder arrangement, there are various, what I can tell you, definitions. Piston and cylinder, not necessarily it should be an engine. It can be a compressor also. It can also be a steam engine. And so on. So piston cylinder means don't think that there is only one type, one device, and that is engine. No, it can be anything. So that piston cylinder arrangement, if it is inside the boundary, you are talking about that engine, then that engine will become the system. So that is the definition for a system. So all these details which I have told you, let us look into it in the form of writing after completing the definition of thermodynamics. So whenever gas is inside the boundary and we speak about the gas will become the system. So as simple as that. So what we have seen for the definition of thermodynamics is we have to speak about the energy. Gases, vapors, both are there in the subject, but we are going to study only about a gas. And conversion of the heat into work. Apart from that, to know how much the volume changes, you have to find out what will be the change in pressure and temperature. The increase in volume depends upon all these parameters. These are all known as properties. Properties of what? Properties of something which we are talking about, speaking about it, referring to it, the system. So whatever I have told you just now, if you assimilate, that is put everything together which makes a complete sense, then that will be the definition of thermodynamics, right? So energy, conversion of heat into work, and how does the pressure, volume and temperature changes. That is, there is an equation for pressure, volume and temperature. In that equation, what is the relationship between pressure, temperature and volume? So from that you can find out what is the change in volume. If that change in volume is more, your output, the efficiency will also be more. Everything you have to include. So change in pressure, volume and temperature for what? For the gas, for which definitely there will be a boundary. And when we are speaking about the gas which is inside the boundary, that is the system. So properties of the system. So now let me say it non-stop. So what is the definition of thermodynamics? It is a field of science that deals with energy possessed by gases and vapors. Remove vapor. So field of science that deals with energy possessed by gases. Its conversion in terms of heat and work. Then what? Relationship. So, and the relationship with various pressure, volume, temperature, called the properties of the gas, of the system. I will say it again. It is a field of science that deals with energy possessed by gases and vapors, its conversion in terms of heat and work, and the relationship with the various properties of the system. So then for thermodynamics, to complete the definition, remember, energy possessed by gases and vapors. No, leave out vapors. So this and is not necessary. Still separately about this and, I would like to give some information. When you are writing something on a paper, what I am telling you is useful for all subjects. Supposing this is the end of the paper, or say 1 inch, or at the other end. This is the point. And I am keeping on writing something. Here you want to write and. No space for that. Use this and. Ampersand is a name, but it is also called and. And if you take this and, advantage is that in less space itself you can write the symbol. Then afterwards you continue with the remaining technicalities. Continue with the remaining technicalities. And another thing is, it's not only a space saver, another thing is that the meaning is conveyed when you use this symbol. For example, relation between pressure and temperature and volume and temperature. Bring a new person and ask him what is the meaning of this. If there is somebody who can give the meaning of that, means give him a PhD immediately. Give him a PhD immediately, yes. But just by introducing this, everybody will know what do I mean. The middle that and that we have. Instead of that, you put this ampersand. Now anybody can tell you what does this line convey. So we are finding relation between pressure and temperature. That is one study. We are finding relation between volume and temperature. Another study. This and is so helpful here. Ampersand is no. Okay. So we will proceed further because it has got no connection with the subject. Still useful, very useful for all of us. Conveys the meaning, and apart from that, it is a space saver also. Well, whatever I have told you about a little bit of English, it reminds me of one, what is it, humorous information which I had seen it in one of the films. See, there is a teacher who is teaching a girl at her house, girl or boy, whoever it is, man. So at her house, first he was teaching her ABCD, and then I, J, K, L, M will come in the alphabets at one stage. That M she was not able to pronounce. M for mother. My mother, he told her. So that some hint if given, she will be able to pronounce. She also said, M for mother, your mother or whatever it is. She was able to pronounce after giving some hint. M for mother, my mother. Then M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, all that, she learnt it. Then another letter, W, she got stuck up. Not able to pronounce. And I'll say a little bit of more English here. Interesting, so I would like to tell. W means it is W. So you write U 2 times. That is why the letter has taken this shape. It is W, nothing else. Okay. So now this W, that girl was not able to pronounce. And she thought for a little while, M, not able to. Then my mother. By saying that, she was later on able to remember that. W, she was keeping on thinking. Finally, as if there was an enlightenment. Ah, your mother is upside down. So that is what that small girl had said. Okay, so then you can see it is upside down only. So that's what she said, right? So, but that is, for that the name is not mother upside down. Name is W only. Alright. So then, now so this and is quite useful. After taking the definition into account for thermodynamics, let us also see it more, which is what is properties and what is a system and so on. Now imagine the length that is there for explaining thermodynamics. Had I not told what is this thermodynamics, afterwards whatever beautiful explanation I give, it is still, that's all. So, but nobody gives that explanation. When I proceed with the subject further, then you will understand how important is the explanation for this. So that is why students find this thermodynamics subject to be difficult. Alright. So then, the field of science, it is a field of science that deals with energy possessed by gases, its conversion in terms of heat and work. In terms of heat and work, and the relationship with the various properties of the system. We also have just understood what is meant by properties. The pressure, volume and temperature are the properties of the gas. One student is asking a question here. Why pressure and volume, temperature? There are other parameters also. Work done is there, heat transfer is there, see there. Why they are not properties? In fact, thermodynamics is combination of heat and work. So they are the two important words of the subject. Then why they are not the properties? Because it does not satisfy the definition for the word property. No, it is not satisfying. So then let us now proceed. Energy possessed by gases, conversion in terms of heat and work, and the relationship with the various properties of the system. Right, then These are the other two. If you don't understand this, then you will not be able to convey the meaning of our subject. There itself you will get stuck up. At this juncture also I would like to tell you one thing. Whenever you are studying thermodynamics, why? Any concept. There always, any subject, there are certain terms that will be new for us. What many people do is, they see that term, even if they do not know it, they proceed further. There itself, man, it is going to be a full stop for your learning. You must study any more thing thereafter, but you have already made a full stop. So that is why, have a dictionary by your side. Whatever is the new term, or you have got that mobile and internet facilities, what a new word is that, just enter and just say meaning. Automatically it will be coming out in the display and see it. I like that for the new terms, once you understand it, thereafter anything that you study will be very crystal clear to you. Yes, crystal clear. Crystal clear. Then, in continuation with system and the different types of system, what we have now is the surroundings. Well, we have seen that when we are speaking about something that is inside a boundary, it is called the system. Then what about the matters that is outside the boundary? Yeah. Okay, so then this is our boundary and matters inside, if we speak about it, it is called the system, but outside also there will be some matters. Now out of these matters, some matters will affect the behavior of the system inside. I will give you an example for that shortly. So, some of these matters will affect the characteristics of the system inside. Such matters, not all outside the boundaries, some of them are known as the surroundings. Affecting the characters of the system inside. Is it really possible that some will affect and some will not affect? So for that, see, we have got, take the same piston cylinder arrangement for example. So gas is expanding, pushing the piston will have a connecting rod that will rotate another rod which is called the shaft, and all that will happen. The gas inside. And for all this, what we had studied was that there is an imaginary boundary. So like this. Inside that, if we speak about the gas, inside the boundary, it is called the system. Now, you can see that this is boundary B. The cylinder is outside the boundary. Like that, there can be more matters which is outside the boundary. But anything outside the boundary means it is called the surrounding. No, that is wrong. I have seen it in some of the books. Don't get confused. That is wrong. What I am going to tell you now only is correct. So then, the cylinder is outside the boundary. If it changes the behavior of the gas, changes the characteristic of the gas. If it is affecting the gas, then it is called a surrounding. So if the cylinder is of that sort, it is a surrounding. If it is not like that, the characteristics of the gas is not changing because of the presence of the cylinder, then the cylinder is not a surrounding even though it is outside the boundary. But what I have seen in some of the book is that anything outside the boundary is called a surrounding. Humbug, not at all correct. Okay. So then, we have to now see whether the cylinder is affecting the behavior of the gas or not. Imagine that the cylinder has been removed, then what will happen? Yes. Then the gas is open to all directions. The gas will flow in all the directions. We will get less or no output at all. So this is how the behavior of the gas will change. If the cylinder was not there. So the cylinder outside the boundary is also affecting the behavior of the gas inside. So it satisfies both the points which is there for the surrounding. So cylinder is therefore a surrounding for this boundary for the system. So that was the example that we can take. This cylinder inside the piston and gas arrangement, cylinder not inside, cylinder for a piston gas arrangement, and the boundary is inside. Then the cylinder will be a surrounding. Okay. Then we have to now look into the details with regards to the equation that is there for pressure, volume and temperature. So the pressure, volume and temperature. See, everything step by step we are learning one after another that is there in the definition for thermodynamics. We have studied system, surrounding. System means normally whatever is inside, so the gas. And we are now going to see the details with regards to the energy possessed by the gas. So the energy of the gas inside, and when the piston moves, how the volume changes. So now we have covered almost half of whatever is there in the